Okay, guys. First, how is the audio? I don't want to turn my iPad up because it starts that awful loop, and I don't want you guys to hear that. So let's make sure the audio is good. We have been known to have the occasional issue of my lives not having audio for whatever reason. So if somebody would like to say something as far as good. Thank you, Looney Traveler. I appreciate it. So, um, again, I don't have any topic for this. Just kind of wanted to get in here, say hi to you guys. I haven't uploaded in a while. There's a reason for that. I'm working on a video that, if things go as planned, will cover a 3-week period. So I'm trying to keep it less than 20 minutes, but this has the potential to be a very interesting 3 weeks. So I'm covering a little, just a little clip like every day or every other day to try and piece something together to cover like I said, a 3-week period. If everything goes as planned, I will have this video uploaded on the 23rd. Yes. If everything goes as planned, I'll have this video uploaded on the 23rd, which is a ways away. So most likely I will end up doing another live at some point without uploading a video. I do have some stuff that went on Reset Channel. I've got another one planned for Reset Channel in the midst of this 3 weeks. So there's that content, and like I said, I'll have this live and maybe one more. Kind of just see how it goes. Play things by ear. I'm really good at that. With that being said, I have done almost nothing today, and it's felt weird. Typically, I come home and I'm working in the yard or working on the Suburban or I'm working on the bike or I'm doing some club stuff or whatever. I got home, so I came home Monday night. I was home on Tuesday, was on the road Wednesday, and I was home today. Tuesday, I tried working on the weed eater. That didn't work. It's pretty broke. Then I worked on the Suburban a little bit, and then today, I spent like a half hour, 40 minutes working on the Suburban, and I realized I reached a point that I can't do anything else. So they're just gonna put me on the couch all day because I have to do a reset. Well, I don't have to. It would make my life far easier, again, with this 3-week plan that I have going out, to potentially have a very interesting 3 weeks to put into video for you guys. It works better if I A, get a reset, and B, pick up my unit tomorrow. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, I know I'm kind of teasing you guys a little bit, but I'm really hoping this goes well. I think this will be a interesting video. It's definitely not normal. If it goes as planned, it's not going to be a normal. Don't expect this to be the norm, but one of those awesome flukes that just happens to happen makes for a good video. And I addressed that several times in the video. So, again, it's more for entertainment, little bit of information in that one. Um, just kind of waiting for some more comments to come in so that I have some stuff to go through. So I'm throwing a little filler here in the beginning for you guys. Also, I know I can tell a majority of you are not interested in the suburban content. Those of you that are, there was a pretty good oops in my last one, which is why I spent Tuesday and today working on it. So we're hoping we have a good fix for that. We'll see what happens. Anyway, start going through some of these comments. Hopefully I get some more in here. And as always on these lives, you guys dictate what we talk about. Within reason. There are things that I will not even read your comment. There's things that I'll read it and say, we're not talking about that. But for the most part, you guys dictate what we talk about. Whatever comes in here, into this little fella right here, that's what we're chatting about. All right, so we've got 2 guys saying the audio's good. Appreciate you. Anthony, how are you, good sir? Chris is up in Canada. The Bandits are up in Canada. They're in, I think they're in Maine, on their way to Canada. Family Hero channel. Can't wait till my next video. Well, unfortunately, you have to. I can't do suburban content. It's down hard. This is getting torn apart probably the next time I'm home, so there won't be any bike content. And when I'm home, there's no streetwalker content. So you gotta wait for this big one that's coming out in, like I said, I'm shooting for the 23rd. And again, I'm trying to keep the channels separate. If I'm on a vehicle, whether it's the Suburban or the bike or the Streetwalker, and I'm doing some sort of a trip, whether it's work or fun or whatever, that's this channel, along with lives. I promised you guys I would not stop the RV transport content, but I had to kind of move on because there's only so many things you can talk about. So I'm still doing it whenever I can. Whenever something comes up that I can make a video out of, that's coming on here. But you guys are getting some overlanding and rock crawling, and you'll get some motorcycle adventures, and it is what it is. But all my fabrication, my repair work, my customization, Streetwalker's getting on in miles. She's going to start breaking. That's going to go on Reset channel. I'm keeping this channel strictly for the adventures, the trips, the whatever. Jason, hello from Twin Falls. It's only a couple hours away. Family Hero, I put you on my application. I applied for Horizon. They told me it will take a long time to go through all the apps they have right now. Yeah, so I have learned in my couple years of doing this that they'll go through periods where you put in an application and you're on the road the next day. And then they'll get a whole bunch of applications, and that'll slow down the hiring process because they got to go through them. And then they'll go through periods where they're just slowing down on the hiring period, which will slow you down. And it looks like you just happen to catch the bottom of one of those waves. That's unfortunate. Hang in there. Again, I really love this job. I've been doing it a little over 2 years, and I have no intention of leaving. Absolutely love my channel. I appreciate that, Family Hero. I'm not sure if you've been checking out anyone else, but there's a lot of other really good channels out there. So do your due diligence. Look around at who's putting out one content, and don't base your opinion of a channel off of watching 1 or 2 videos. Because I'll guarantee you right now that of my, I think I'm at like 304 or whatever videos, there's probably 20 or 30 of them that are just awful. They're just awful. So kind of poke around. Don't base your assumption off of one video. What's up? Just installed the Insane Diesel Oil Bypass Filter. Okay. I've looked at that. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it, but it is something I have looked at. Excuse me. Bear with me here, guys. Drinking a lot of water today. I was feeling a little under the weather yesterday, so maybe that has something to do with it. My body's just like, all right, give me some fluid. I don't know. Anthony, irritated this evening, got dispatched on a run, called the place, showed up, and found out at 7:30 it was canceled. Well, that's awful. So they dispatched you. I'm guessing this was a reload. Brian's got a park model. Nope. Yeah, Michael, we're not going to get on that topic, but yes. Him and the guy that was arguing with me. Chris, second run back to back in Canada. Last night and tonight at the same Flying J. Yeah, Anthony, I've done probably 3 of those park models. None of them have ever been good. None of them have been good. Brian, I got 2 for 1, my first and my last. I said that after my first one. My second trailer ever was a park model. And I'm never doing this again. And my dispatcher, there's no secret. Like, my dispatcher really helps me out. But that's because I keep in constant contact. I'm always emailing, phone calling, hey, I'm heading here, this is my plan. I'm heading here, this is my plan. This is what I want to do. I'm trying to get to this place. Whatever you can do to stack me loads to get me there, awesome. I'm constantly in contact. So when I get the phone call, hey, will you take this trailer for us? I don't even question. I just, yep, no problem, absolutely. Scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing. Uh, and that's how I got my second park model. Oh, I think that's how I got my third too. Did fix the AC. It was a $6 fuse under the hood. Oh, mine is not a $6 fuse. Ashland, Virginia, and the reload was in Newport News. Okay, well, that's not terrible. I mean, it definitely could be worse. Got my first load to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Where is a good place to sleep? CB operator. If you run down like you're going to take 80 through Wyoming, I'm assuming you're coming out of Indiana. If you run down like you're going to take 80 through Wyoming, and then once you get there, put where you're going into your GPS, it'll route you up on this little highway to the 90. And right where you catch the 90, there's a truck stop, decent parking, amazing restaurant. It's in Albert Lea. Wait, you said Michigan. Ignore everything I said. I was thinking Minnesota. Ignore everything I just told you. I've only been into Michigan once, and I barely dipped in and turned around, and came right back out. So I have no information about Michigan. Let's see. Pastor Anthony likes the West Coast Dispatcher. Yeah, I'm very happy. Uh, and did see two park models. I did two park models with my 3/4 ton. Yeah, you can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. It's a horrible experience. They're very heavy. The axles are way in the back, so it causes a lot of bucking, and they're shaped like a brick. You know, at least the normal campers have a little aerodynamics to them. Mine was a 3/4 ton. Okay, gotcha, CB. Uh, Family Hero. Yes, it would be cool to do that. Unfortunately, what happened, I had a mount that I could remove my phone and place it on a higher position in the mount, and then it would only stay there for a couple miles because it just was loosely held in, and it would kind of eventually vibrate its way out. But I could get little clips like that. I went to a new mount that's not an option. That old mount broke, and the one that happened to be at the truck stop where I was, it doesn't have a higher position. So any driving video that I would be able to get you guys, it would be 3/4 of the screen would be my dashboard, and you'd have a little strip of camera up top. So, I'm sorry. Michael, cell towers, they are a ball hitch, 2 and 5/16. Roy, what's going on? It has been a while. Uh, Unfortunately, that was another side effect of um, running out of content. I I can't put videos up as often. If I don't have anything to record for you guys, I don't have anything to put on the channel. And with my job, it's not like I can be, oh, look, I'm home every night, so I can do a little something, whether it's this or the Suburban or whatever. So unfortunately, because I ran out of things to talk about, because there's only so much content you can discuss on how to haul a camper across the country, it slowed down my uploads as well. So unfortunately, there's things in YouTube that are very long term, and there's things in YouTube that are not. You know, High Mileage Helper, him and I started our channels about the same time, so I use him as a reference a lot. He's got a backup plan. You know, he's been doing this for 5 years. His truck has over 600,000 miles on it. Things are breaking, so he can make content on how to fix that. That's more than twice the miles I have. If things start breaking, then cool, I got content. But in the meantime, I don't. Also, the money that comes in off YouTube is far less than any repair, so that's also not helpful. Sounds like the family's home. Roy is sitting in Big Springs. Outstanding. Your video is great no matter what. Keep up the great job. Thank you, Family Hero. I try. Really, I try to make it something fun and entertaining. I know you guys all came here because of RV transport. You know, I would say maybe give the other stuff a chance. And these are some of the things that you can do as a result of RV transport. RV transport paid for the Suburban. It paid for all the modifications. So now I can take the family out and I can go do that in the RV, or because of RV transport. Dogs have to use the bathroom. Bear with me for a minute. So again, because of RV transport, I was able to buy and build that, and now I can take the family out. Because of RV transport, me and her both have Harleys that we can go out and ride, whether it's with the club or with the family or whatever. she's still getting her feet under her as far as being confident and wanting to put a passenger on and yada yada yada. So it'll probably be a little bit before we get to that point. But because of RV transport, I have that. Because of RV transport, I've got that really retarded Dodge out there that I still have no idea why that was ever produced, but I'm not complaining. I love it. It's fun. So, again, while you guys came here for RV transport, look at the other things as a possibility. Because as far as motor-driven stuff, I've got all the bases covered. I've got, your go fast, corner hard race car. I've got the off-road explorer rock crawler thing. I've got the two-wheeled fun.
Carry on.
So take, something's gonna intrigue you, I hope. Unless you want a boat. I don't have a boat. Maybe I should buy a boat. Should I buy a boat? That would be another thing. Let's see. Anthony, I need to get out there and run some of those. Run some of what, Anthony? And you like the content. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm going to make a new job. Life change. Uh-oh. I'm really scared to hear about that, Roy. What you're doing. Watching you doing loads is very entertaining. Vlogs are awesome, and I know we all would watch them. Michael? Maybe? Did I decide to keep the Viper truck? Well, I've been driving it a lot more. And now it's got that fancy new exhaust on it. It was a third of the cost of the vehicle itself. That kind of makes me want to keep it. And the last 2 times I took it out, I didn't really break any laws. Improvement? Still going to be amongst the trucking industry, but looking to drive pilot cars. I've heard of a couple people talking about doing that, Roy. I've heard of a couple people talking about it. It sounds like a pretty cool gig. Pastor Anthony wants to... You're looking at doing some cell towers. I enjoy them. They're far better aerodynamically than most trailers. While their rate per mile is... Well, it's really good for the reload board. Not great if you compare it to out of Goshen, but still good. This isn't going well. I don't have enough hands. I need more hands. Somebody want to come and be a spare hand for me? It'd be great. Yeah, you're keeping it. It really depends. I am still considering selling it just because as much as I love it, it doesn't make sense. However, if one thing happens, I don't want to talk about it yet, but if one thing happens, I will definitely be keeping it. Robert, unfortunately, I can't explain that. I have no idea how they work. And because I have no idea how they work, there's no way I could explain how to use them. I'm sorry. I really am. But that's not something that I have any knowledge about at all. The knowledge that I have is that there's a pin or a lever or something, and it allows it to move, and then you relock it and it doesn't. That's what I know. Family Hero, thank you so much for that. That is very appreciated. I had a great time out there. I hate the East Coast. I like the Midwest and the Southeast. Yeah, I feel you. I'm a fan of the Northwest myself, but I've grown up here my whole life, and for the most part, all the states over here understand that the air is not supposed to be wet and sticky, and that's the biggest reason that I like it. I know others have had their hitches stolen, but I think I may be the first to have their stolen wallet was locked. They cut the lock and took the hitch, but left the sleeves. Wow. And that's just a whole nother, people suck. Transport bandits are here. Uh-oh. Well, conveniently, transport bandits, I happen to know that you guys are both in the same truck. So one of you is driving and the other one is using the mobile device because that's legal. On my application, Horizon said nothing under 6 foot will be allowed to transport. Nothing under a 6-foot bed? Correct. The sliding fifth wheel is for tight turning. I have a short bed. As long as you're careful, you won't have to use the slider, your fifth wheel. Right. I guess when I said that was all I knew, that was a silly statement. Yes, I know it so you can turn tighter with a short bed without crunching the corner of the cab into the fifth wheel. But I believe if you have a short bed, you're required to have one, period. Now, if you don't use it, that's totally on you. I'm not getting a part of that. Excuse me. Those race trucks are fun. I had a Typhoon. I have heard a lot about those Typhoons. I think they're cool. I've never even seen one in person. You got your cell tower. Well, that's good. I'll get mine in the morning. Redneck woman, what's going on? You and I had a little confusion on the Instadoodle earlier. I hope it made sense after I made my comment back to you. Yes, Cheryl is on the device thingy. That is a very bandit's response. Yeah, Anthony, absolutely do one on how that works. That would be amazing. Because I get that question a lot, and I don't have an answer for people. Gerald, I appreciate your channel. I had 20 plus year career in the Navy, then a 20 plus career as at a shipyard building Navy ships and needed a change. You and High Mileage Helper have helped me out a lot. Gerald, that is a unique spelling of the name, so I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. B, a very interesting career you've had. And C, I truly hope that we have been able to help you, we'll continue to help you, and you go check out the other channels. Pastor Anthony's got one. The Bandits have one. Weekend Truckin', Hustle Haul and Tow. There's Slow Momentum. The Towaway Couple have one. Theirs is more of like a podcast, so very different feel. But there's a ton of information out there, and you could watch one and say, this channel is dumb, it has nothing for me, and I could watch the exact same video and go, wow, that's amazing. So ask, and I know you didn't, but asking someone, well, who should I watch? Type in RV transport and watch whatever comes up. That's what I did, and that's why I started my channel. I typed in RV transport, and every single thing that came up was just saying how horrible this job was and you should never do it and stay away from it and yada yada yada. And I was like, okay, I'll do this for a couple months, kind of get my feet under me, and then I'm gonna go do Hot Shot. Here we are over 2 years later. We are headed to deliver in a Cat 3 Hurricane. Well, bandits, I personally am not a fan of cats. So if you have a hurricane that has 3 of them inside of it, I would just run away. You guys are talking about amongst yourself. Okay, good. It did make sense after I. Glad we got that straightened out. Redneck woman. And I hope you found it entertaining. I don't know. It was one of those weird videos that, honestly, unless you're looking at doing that, it's not going to be of interest to anyone. But I was here, I was doing it, so I filmed it. Little bit crazy. Okay. Hello. Your name scares me. I was going to do an RV channel, but I'm back OTR for a few years. Hey, there you go. It's something. Do a channel on that. Nothing says you can't change your channel. Look at me. So, bandits, you have 3 cats and then going to fight a hurricane. See? Chris, you stole my joke. And then bandits jumped in with their response. That's fun right there. You said that right after I typed it. Yeah, that would not be fun. Would you ever bring one of your dogs on the road? No. I want to. The Blue Nose is my dog, and I would love to bring him on the road with me. However, the only place for him to be would be up in the bed. And the way I run is I go for 5.5-ish hours. I stop for my 30 minutes, and then I go for 5.5-ish hours. And then as soon as my 10 is up, I'm back on the road and running. And that's just not fair to the dog. As much as I would love to bring him with me, that's not fair to him to be cramped up there like that. So no, I will not be taking him on the road. I'm behind on video, still need to watch The Reset and The Bandits. Nah, I mean, I get it. Our lives get crazy, absolutely. It is what it is. Get to them when you can. Typhoon was an S10 Blazer with all-wheel drive and turbocharged. Yes, I did know what the Typhoon was. I've just never seen one in person. You talked to my hubby at the fuel station. You still going? Oh! Your husband is Thumper. Right? And yes, I am picking my cell tower up first thing in the morning. When I get approved, I want to get a small puppy to be my companion. That's not a bad idea. Having a dog to run with you, that would be awesome. I really wish that I could run mine with me, but just the way that I run it, I try to. The only time I can ever slow down is when I'm running with Chris, because he always leads. That's just his thing. He has to lead. I don't care. I've led people I've ran with. I've ran in the middle of the pack. I've ran in the back. It doesn't bother me. And well, like Chris doesn't dawdle. He's not like, oh, we did an hour. We got to stop for a half hour, whatever. He just doesn't run quite as full throttle as I do. And I really enjoy running with him. He's at that right pace that I just can't make myself do. I either screw around way too long and I burn out my 14, or I run like crazy and I'm done in less than 12 hours. Hey, it's 115 degrees in Mojave. Well, that sounds unpleasant. A little bit, yes. I had no idea that you guys watched me when I stopped you at the truck stop, or I came up and said hi at the truck stop. I know that I've passed you guys several times on the road over the time that I've been working for Horizon, and we just happened to stop at the same thing. So I was like, hey, how's it going? Blah 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 blah. All right, cool. I've been planning my new business on how to get started, making it work. I've got behind on a lot of my favorite subscribers' channels. Like that could really be shrunk down to life happens. I mean, I'm always behind on my favorite guys' channels. It's just the nature of the beast. When, like I said, it felt so weird to not be running around like crazy today. Just have a day where I'm just sitting on the couch. I'm still in my pajamas. That's how today is gone. I'm going to get a. You know what? You do have one, and I've met him, and he is a wonderful person. You absolutely do have one of those, Cheryl, and yep. Knowing now what I know now, I would not have gotten Duke. He does great on the road, but it's not fair. Oh, you're talking about your dog, right? Smokey is a good-looking truck. You're talking about Vance's truck? Let's see. Transport Bandits. Not sure who's typing, but someone's gonna get it. You did pronounce it correctly. I watch many of your name, but your video that goes through the whole orientation process was great. I have been doing it for almost a month now, and I love it. That video, while it is my most watched, most popular, best video I put on my channel as far as the numbers and making YouTube happy, that was such a pain. What was supposed to be a 3-day trip took 4.5. Total of 7 days filming, and then almost a whole day of editing and uploading and all that. Uh, but clearly, it's helping. Um, you know, having people know. I mean, all that stuff that I was never taught in orientation that I just learned on my own. Now everyone's got a resource. Now that's not going to answer every question you're going to have, but I thoroughly believe that between all of us that are on here YouTube doing this, you will get every question you could ever have answered. I firmly believe that. Are you going to sell the Streetwalker and get a different truck or fix the Streetwalker up? Robert, that really depends. Uh, if she windows the block, I don't know. I'll probably throw a new motor in it. If it just gets kind of worn out and tired and it gets to where it's constantly breaking, then, sell it for whatever I can and go buy a new one. So I ran out of hours this week, so I'm sitting in Boise at the TA doing a reset. Canada Load killed me. I had to run hard to make delivery so I could make pickup of the cell tower. Well, David, sounds like I'm going to see you tomorrow. Jeff is driving, nothing he can do about it. Yes, okay, cool, yep. Cheryl, that's why you love him. Pastor Anthony, yes, have you seen how cute... Oh, God, you two, I've missed you guys. Let's see. Yes, they're adorable. You got a 220-pound English Mastiff and a 100-pound Cane Corso. No, Michael. I don't think those will be going on the road with you anytime soon. My dog is 93 pounds, and I don't think that would be fun for him. Okay. I am caught up on the chat. That means y'all need to type more. Because Um, oh, I don't know about groundbreaking there, Cheryl. Uh, Now, you said that orientation video of mine. Um, Not that it really matters, but I am kind of curious. Which one? There's one that's an hour long and one that's like 20 minutes. Because I did one, and then Chris had the wonderful idea of, let's do that, but better. And I went, well, okay, this will be great. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. I think you and Mr. Dimples are two peas in a pod. Maybe earth shattering. Because that can be taken many ways, yes. So it'll be interesting here in a few months. The reason I went back to TR in a semi is my wife wants to ride with me, and we have 2 dogs and a cat. That wouldn't work in a truck. In a big rig, sure. Orientation delivery. Okay. Cheryl! Oh, I'm not even repeating that. I'm not repeating that. But orientation to delivery. Yeah, that's the hour long one. I've watched both. They were great. Our video cover everything was awesome. Thank you, Anthony. I see what you did there. Yeah, I thought you were going to come through the wall in the kitchen there. And that dog is always naughty. Get a puppy, they said. It'll be fun, they said. It's a freaking St. Bernard. Transporting community is absolutely the best. You all rock. A lot of the people are really good. There's some real sour grapes in the community, and that's the same with anyone in the motorcycle community. I'm in a group for the Viper trucks. The Actually, surprisingly, far less of that in the off-road community. It's there, but far less. So there's always people, and we'll just people. Having her, we are a family for the most part. Next year we have driver roundup. You'll have to come out. Oh, I don't know which is worse: a husband, a donkey, or a Saint Bernard. I think this is quickly turning into that Instagram video we did, Cheryl. She says she's grown. I need to do adult doggy. Yeah, and no, because I certainly am not dealing with any more puppies. Thankfully, the blue nose, the boy, no problem there. Yeah, the auxiliary tank is absolutely a must. Um, Being able to go all day, pick your fuel stops, so good, so good. Orientation to delivery. Okay, yep. Ooh, Chris with a valid point. Also not repeating that. Um, well, Anthony, um, somehow I think they would be able to find a way. And if I know Mr. Dimples, your phone's going to ring in the not too distant future. I'm just saying. It doesn't stop him from trying. True. Looney Traveler? Yep. uh, English Mastiff looks like the dog on the Sandlot. Looks mean. Biggest sissy there is. It's punked out. I'm assuming you meant by the cat regularly. Chris, sure you can. Move to San Francisco. Nope. Not touching that. Well, if I do the pilot car thing, I could show up to the driver roundup thing. I started in January. The auxiliary fuel tank is paid for itself quickly. That's true. That's very true. We're sitting at home this week, apparently. Maybe we'll get something tomorrow. Oof. The answer is always more fuel, Family Hero. I don't care how much you have, the answer is always more. Always more. Carlos, what's going on? Lee, so excited. My transmission will be in my truck on Friday. Oof. Oof. That sucks. 2 months on driveway while paying for a transmission, while making your truck payment and insurance payment, and buh. Nope. That would suck. That would suck a lot. I'm sure my time will come, though. I mean, let's be honest. Man. Well, that's true. I mean, it is money coming in, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I would probably do the same thing if I was in your position. Absolutely. I'm positive I would. But to be having to pay for all of that on drive-away wages, oof. Oh, okay. Gotcha. No payment, though. That saved you. I mean, not saved, but it made it sting a lot less. In case y'all were wondering, it's warm out here. It's not hot, it's warm. But the air conditioning is on the other side of that wall. It's not out here. I'm used to it though, right? I would have gotten more than the 60 gallon, but I'm a 3/4 ton shortbed. Gotcha. I had a run of bad luck, 2 transmissions in a month. Woof. Does that say 1.2 million miles on the truck? Or is that a typo? Waco, Texas. I just went through there a few weeks ago. And I got some wild hair happening. This is why I always wear a hat in my videos. I hate hats. Never worn a hat in my life until I started this job. I'd always get up in the morning and do my hair. But sleeping in the truck, I don't want to deal with that. So, just wear a hat. Wish we could install another. I want another 118 gallons. Shredded the transmission in our first truck. AC is a good thing, and so is cooler weather. Yes, Cheryl, that is a woman who loves her hats. Also, uh, uh, for those that don't know, because I didn't know, I watched their videos and I didn't know, but I'm typically watching them on my phone, so maybe miss some details. Her hat is a map of the globe. That's awesome. I can take you fishing if you have time when you're in town. If I'm doing a reset, sure. But again, if I'm not doing a reset, I'm running. I ran into a lot of you on the road. I'll take a few minutes, say hi, da 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 da. But the last 3 times when people have come up to say hi to me, it's been, well, this last week, this next week, and the week after, I am running as hard as humanly possible. I'm burning myself out on this, but if it goes as planned, it's going to be a killer video. Love the on and off-road content. Appreciate that, Josh. The I have gotten so addicted to the off-road stuff. I mean, I've always been the guy, like the Viper truck was my thing. I had a 560 horsepower Trans Am. I've had cars over 600 horsepower. I've always had like the go fast, low to the ground car. Da 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 da. I've had a couple trucks and a couple SUVs, but I never really kept them long. But I grew up mudding, and that's all we had over on the Oregon coast. There's no rock trails, so that's just mash the throttle and pray you pop out the other side. This rock crawling is really about the driver and using your head and picking your line and how to approach it, and it's a lot of fun. Like, to take that 1989 Suburban and keep up with lifted Rubicon Jeeps. Now, granted, they're going to fit into narrower trails than I will, as noted on the last video. I mean, I fit. I made it. I'm not going to say I fit, but I made it. Anyway, no, I know that there's things that the Jeep will be able to do that the Suburban can't. But the fact that the Suburban can even remotely hang is impressive to me. Bandits, if we can work out or run together, I'll break out the old Stetson. Anthony, I'm sure there will be pictures. Transport Bandits, do you wear cowboy hats? Not just top hats. That is the coolest flipping top hat I've ever seen. Period. A former boss I worked for competed in Top Truck Challenge in 2015. He drove a K5 Blazer with a 555 stroker. Okay, well, I'm not there. I'm more of a, oh hey, your Rubicon's got a 3-inch lift? Cool, let's go run together. Maybe a 5-inch lift? Cool, let's go run together. Basically, I've learned, I kind of know where the Jeep is going to walk away from the Suburban. And I may try some of those, but I know it's not going to end well. But she's got battle scars now, so I don't care. The Alpine Loop. I'm going to have to YouTube that because I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I drive a school bus until you get approved for Horizon. Before that, you were a CO. Okay. Oh, I'm sure it would, Bandits. Because that Rubicon you rented was completely stock, right? And unless it's a super narrow trail with a lot of really tight turns, I'll go anywhere a stock Rubicon will go all day. 1.2 million. Most of the parts have been replaced. Engine is still original though. Top end has been rebuilt. Okay. I bet that's absolutely beautiful, Bandits. You need to go hit the trails in Moab. Moab is coming. Actually, again, I'm new to this, so I'm starting on some easier trails around here. Like the video I did on Lost Trail. That's a fairly simple trail. Yeah, it's got some pretty steep stuff, but there's nothing real crazy in there. I'm kind of learning as I'm going. So Moab is coming. I don't want to say I've begun planning the trip, but I've begun discussing the trip. But yes, the Moab is absolutely coming, and I will take that giant big old girl down to Moab. Ooh, I have stickers being made for the Suburban. They'll probably upset some people. I'll make sure they go on Instagram. Nope. I don't follow football. I haven't watched football since 2012, I think, 13. Lions back has been closed, Bandits. No one is allowed to drive that anymore. And my wheelbase and overhang on the back, tail swing? We transport RVs, tail swing. Pretty sure I cannot do the Devil's Punch Bowl. I saw. Okay, you're gonna send me pictures. Awesome. Moab is beautiful. I have gone through there as the sun is setting. Oh, man, it's gorgeous. I would like to take the K10 to Moab, having a 454 built to the truck. I hate to see the price tag. Fuel for the Burb to go from Nampa to Moab. It wouldn't be that bad. It really wouldn't. I filled up here in Nampa. I filled up again in Lovelock, Nevada. And then I made it all the way to Hawthorne. And that, I think, is further away than Moab is. Look, I said I'm okay with hurting it. Upside down doesn't count. But if I do flip it over, it'll go on YouTube, I promise. A lot of the trails we used to take full-size trucks through were tight here in Pennsylvania. Now go off-roading with a Polaris RZR. Loved the last off-road video. I had a blast filming that one. Unfortunately, I did not make it very far into Carnage. Um, and I know exactly what happened there. Um, really long story short, I was bound up, I was two-footing it, and when it started to go, I let go of the brake, and that caused all sorts of chaos. That was my fault. Rookie move. Uh, Family Hero. Yes, I do have Facebook. Nope, no one is on it. Um, the I just I use Facebook for my motorcycle brothers, uh, the off-road guys I run with, my blood family, and Marines I served with. No one, people that are here for the RV transport stuff, I don't put them in. It's nothing personal, but that's where I can have my private space. I share on Instagram almost every day. I upload as often as I can on both of my channels, but Facebook is for me. Bye, bandits. Be safe. Don't let the abominable snowman. I mean, you're in Massachusetts. It's probably cold. All right, guys. So we have crossed the hour. I'll be shutting this down fairly soon, unless the chat picks up and we start going. Then great. But if the chat doesn't pick up, then I'm gonna shut her down and go spend a couple hours with my family, and then hit the road in the morning. Um, well, Chris, we have popped wheelies in the Suburban while off-roading, climbing a rock wall. That was terrifying. We also learned you can Dukes a Hazard a Suburban, and the landing isn't terrible. It's not good. It's not terrible. Just ordered a 2022 Super Duty. Can't wait to start transport. Awesome, Zach. That's great. Not okay. Got it, Cheryl. Oh man, Olive Garden. That sounds wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't feel like getting out of my pajamas. Oh hey, it's Brad. We just ran together. Kinda. We hung out at a truck stop and we kind of spent 2 days chasing each other. Good night, Lee. All right. Well, it's looking like we're pretty well done here. So, again, for those of you that are just coming in, um, I'm working on a video that's going to be um, very intriguing if it goes as planned. Trying to get it uploaded on the 23rd. Um, anyway, yeah. So between now and then, I got some of that down the wrong hole. That's great. Between now and then, I'll probably do another live. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do any other kind of videos on here because I'm working, so I'm working on that video. Right now, the Suburban has 2 Bluetooth drive shafts, so that's awesome. And this thing is getting torn apart next time I'm home, so not a whole lot of content to be able to make. Unless you watch Reset Channel, then the Suburban's going to be on there, and this will be on there, and yeah. Anyway. I see what you're doing there, Chris. Cheryl's tired. She's had a long day. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here, guys. It's hot. I want to go back in the house, spend a little time with my family. So, as always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.